Resilience. Why does resilience matter? What is resilience? How do you build resilience? And how do you recover from setbacks? Let's have a quick look. So, a quick definition. What is resilience? Two fundamental definitions of resilience. One is ability to bounce back from failure. Second definition is the process of getting back up from setbacks. These can be used analogous to your personal life and also, in addition, looking at corporations as well. So they can implement lessons learned on a resilient business culture or corporate culture as well. Let's have a look at why. Why do you need to build resilience? So, you could use it to get back up and running to be successful again, recover quicker. We need to get back up and try again because the battle is a worthy one. You need to figure out why you need to be motivated both intrinsically and extrinsically as well. And also fundamental versions of it. It lowers the chances of you getting depression. So this is based on Harvard Business Review article. How do you build resilience? So fundamentally, resilience is not something we need to find deep within ourselves. A good analogy or example and misconception about resilience is that we often take a militaristic, tough mental approach to resilience and grit. We imagine a marine slogging through the mud, a boxer going through one more round. We believe that the longer we tough it out, the tougher we are, and then the more successful we will be. This is scientifically inaccurate. So how do you build resilience? What resources do you have around you? So it could be your relationship or your networks around you. Your network of friends, they help you alter your perspective from the trauma. So it is one of the most undervalued resources. They will alter the magnitude of what you're facing. Other relationships and networks now that we live in an online world includes Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, you name it is out there. So you get in touch with recovery. So when you're going through a setback, your body is naturally trying to reach this homeostasis level, equilibrium point, where your body is fundamentally trying to recover day in and day out. Your body is going to try to reach this stage. So it's key to helping your body reach homeostasis is really trying hard, stopping, giving time for your body to recover and then trying again. So you can't just lug it out and just go 100% or 110%, redlining every single moment of your project or your life and just whatever you're doing, just trying to be a workaholic, and then you end up burnt out. So when your body is out of alignment mentally, we end up wasting vast amounts of energy trying to balance before we can move forward. What to avoid? The key to avoid is workaholic tendencies. So being overly concerned about work, you'll end up spending so much time that impairs your other areas in life. For example, when you finish work at 5 o'clock, you end up looking at your phone, looking for emails, looking through LinkedIn, seeing if the message has arrived if you're doing business development work. Or it could be looking at your Teams, Slack or Microsoft Teams, seeing all the messages. Recovery processes. The processes to help with recovery. Sleep, taking a break and stepping back, physical exercise and meditative practices. So these are one of the ways. So the fundamental ones that you might need to reach out to is basically meditative practices, breathing exercises. You need to get a professional or perhaps using the apps. There are a couple of yoga apps that you can use. Calm and I think Headspace as well. They're quite good. Yoga, try looking up Lisa Sanfilippo. She's really awesome. She's an expert in her field. She's an author as well. So what she does is using a chakra releasing methodology, is a breathing exercise. So learning breathing techniques, for example, breathing in and out in the 7 stages and holding your breath each time. This forces your mind to slow down and it makes you take into account what you're going through. Ice baths. This is like popular with Wim Hof method as well, but you can try cryotherapy units. I'll pop up some links with the people I know. There are a couple of organizations here in the UK or London and also in Dubai if you're based there. So this is really catching up as well. It's one of the best ways for recovery. You can do it every day. I tried it. It worked. Other areas. Other ways that you can help yourself. So this is called post-traumatic growth. What you could use is you can use a negative experience to spur a positive change in your life and around you as well. So it will affect you and the people around you as well. Because so this involves education, emotional regulation, disclosure, narrative development, and service. What do we mean by these 5 different terms? Education, relearning who you are and understanding what you stand for. What is your mission statement? Learn new ways to cope and how to deal with the changes. Learn how to deal and overcome with the disruption to your core beliefs. So whatever setback or the negative experience that you come across or you're facing is going to have a fundamental effect on you, and basically it's going to make you doubt yourself and question every single thing that you do. So you need to go back and understand what you stand for. What is your mission statement? Who are you? And what is your purpose in life? Emotional regulation. So some of the things that the negative experience that can cause you as anxiety, guilt, or anger. So you need to manage those negative emotions by shifting the triggers that led you to this action. So don't focus on failures or worst case scenarios. What you need to do is recall past successes from resources you have to be successful again. So just for example, I named, your resources. One of your key resources is being your network and your people around you. So you need to reach out to them. Try ice baths too. So a huge fan of that. You got to try that, yo. And stay calm and focused on how to help others. You need to look at macro level and seeing what advice you would give to someone else in that situation. Disclosure. You need to discuss what is happening, looking at immediate, medium, long-term effects that negative experience may have. So narrative development. Develop a narrative of what has just happened or happening, the negative experience you're facing, so you can set a baseline and benchmark in order for you to move forward and make a meaningful progress. Fifth term, service. Turn the trauma or event into something you can help others and give other people an opportunity to become more resilient and better versions of themselves. In health and safety terms, you always learn from failures. If something goes wrong around the world, all the engineers, especially in oil and gas, they want to know what happened, how it happened, what was the cause of failure, and what was the lessons learned, just in case they are using that, the same system. After this, in the details section, I'll be popping up some of the new news sources and resources that I've come across. So there's from Harvard Business Review. That's one I came across as the secret to building resilience. There's a couple of research articles that I'll pop in there as well. You can also try looking up Lisa Sanfilippo. She's online. She's Facebook, Instagram. She's got her website. So I'll pop the details there as well. Yeah, very good person. So just to summarize, what is resilience? Resilience is the ability to bounce back. The process of getting back up from setbacks or failures or negative experiences. Use your networks and resources to bounce back from that failure and recover. So the recovery processes will involve sleep, taking a break and stepping back, physical exercise, running, boxing. Boxing is really good, actually. In fact, I box. And remember, it is not you going through a militaristic, tough mental approach to resilience and grit, where you imagine yourself to be a soldier or that sort of person just grinding through day in and day out and trying to come out the other side.